Welcome everybody to another episode of Watch Once Over. My name is Big E. Today we're going to be giving a Steinhart Ocean One 500 titanium premium, the once over. This watch is been reviewed to death, so I'm not going to spend that much time with it. You can look up a lot of other reviews, Random Rob, Nick Shabazz. They all have reviews on this that are pretty good, and they tell you a lot about the specs. But let's just get right into what I think about it. It has it used to have a sole prod movement in it, but now they're using the 21 jewel elaborate grade 28. What is this? 2892. I can tell it's a 2892 because how big that rotor is right there. It has a little bit more robust rotor. In some people's opinion, not necessarily mine, but that's what I hear. And this watch is really punches above its weight for just about 600 bucks. I purchased this watch off of a guy named Dave. It came just like this in really great shape. And let me tell you right now, this watch being this gray titanium, it's a scratch magnet. If you don't like scratches on your watches, don't buy this watch because this watch is going to get scratched up. Not the bezel or the crystal, which has sapphire crystal front and back, which is a plus, but all these pieces, they're going to be scratched up within weeks of you wearing a watch. You can see the watch is still pretty much brand new, so I don't have too many scratches on it right now, but all the scratches that are on here, I put on here. Let's do a couple negative things people don't like about this. One of them is that the titanium doesn't really match. I don't know if you can see that, but the titanium from the clasp doesn't really match the titanium on the bracelet, and the titanium on the bezel is way lighter than the titanium on the case. That almost looks like a chrome compared to the case. And then you have a back that's almost a different color too. Now, maybe they use different grades of titanium. Maybe it was a cost thing, but who cares? The clasp, you can see, is a lot darker than the rest of the bracelet. See that right there? That's a good angle. But it is what it is. It's still a great clasp. It's still a great bracelet. It's fixed with screws, no pins and collars. You got a 4 or 5 micro adjust right here. You got a signed flip out, no diver's extension on this one, but you don't really need to do it. Only kind of diving I'm doing is desk diving. Let's take a look at the movement, and this is that highly decorated elaborate grade 2892 movement. I love these movements. These movements can be found in a lot of higher watches like Girard, Perigo, IWC, Breitling, Tag Heuer's, Omega, Ulysses Nardin. A lot of big companies use this movement, and they tune it up. A lot of them take like Omega, they take parts out, put different escapements in. IWC uses different hairsprings and things like that. Now on the crystal, you had this beautiful beveled crystal. You see the beveled edge on there? And because of that beveling, you really get to see the double AR coated dance around. You can see that AR coating dancing around on there. That's a plus because this dial on this watch is really pretty tooly. I'm not going to say it's dull because, I mean, you bought the watch as a tool watch, hopefully, and it's pretty really tooly. It's a flat dial, and it just has lume painted on, which is BGW9, and you also have BGW9 fully lume bezel, which you'll see. And you have a really great crown here. This crown is really lovely. Let's see if I can get this to focus. That's a great crown there. Really heavily knurled. Really great action on this crown. A lot, really strong crown pop. You have a heavily domed crystal. You have sapphire front and sapphire back, which is a plus. 500 meters of water resistance. And I'll put it right here, the time graph for results, and you can see that this watch is coming in 7 seconds a day. Steinhart really tunes these in. I know this movement is regulated to a 4 positions minimum. I know that for a fact because it's a Labor grade 2892. So it's 4 positions minimum. Steinhart may have regulated the 5 or 6 positions. I don't know. But nevertheless, this watch is running really strong, really tight. You have a white date wheel down here at 6 o'clock. And it kind of looks like a marker, just a little thicker. And that's pretty good. You have the mill sub type hands on here with the blue loomed second hand. I like the little blue seconds, the blue pop Ocean 500 and blue down here right over the date wheel. Then you have the little 10 5-second markers in blue too along the rehalt, and that's pretty nice too. Now this watch is a viable replacement if you're looking for a Tudor Pelagos. Of course that watch is going to cost you about between $4 and $5 grand depending on what model you get. You might be able to get the old ETA version for about $2,500 to $3,500 depending on where you get it and what condition it is. But this is a viable option to get. This watch only weighs 144 grams. It's a 42 millimeter case, and it has a really nice height of 13 millimeters. The lug is, let me measure it. Sorry about that. I don't remember what the lug is. I can't remember everything. Let me see. The lug is right around 49, so this is going to fit really nice. Some people say the ears on here, the lugs are too long, or they sit out too far from the mounting point, so it doesn't look really nice with a NATO. But with this bracelet, is the way I'm going to wear it. I think it's just fine. You have 120 click bezel. Really good bezel action. Everything lines up. And you do have just a tiny bit of black play in that bezel. But for 600 bucks, you really can't go wrong with this watch. This watch has a 21 jewel movement, and it's just an all-around solid watch. I bought this watch. This is mine. I really like it. I'm going to wear it, and I'll get back to you guys for a little bit of a long-term thing of how I like it. But giving it the once over, I really do like it. Now let's do a loom shot and see what that looks like. I'll charge it up with my black light for a second. See what that BGW9 looks like. Wow, that's blazing. I hear that this BGW9 lasts all night, but we'll find out. I'll keep this on the bedside and we'll see if it lasts all night. But it does look good, and with that bevel crystal you even get some different light flickering from the BGW9. Look at that. Little light show going on here. Steinhart light show. That's pretty cool. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out this once over of the watch. If I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll show you what it looks like on my wrist, which is 7.25 inches. If I had to rate this scale of 1 to 10, I rate it about a strong 8, 8.5. It's a nice watch. It's a do-all watch, 500 meters water resistant. Nice package. I gotta really say it's a nice everyday package, and I think it's far enough away from a Submariner, being at the fact that it's titanium and doesn't have a cyclops and has the date wheel at 6 o'clock and has the military style sword hands. it's far enough away from the Submariner not to call this a homage, and I really want to say this is its own watch. So if you like Steinhart, I suggest getting one of these. If you want to get a Tudor Pelagos, I would hold off, check into this. You might save yourself about $4 grand. Get yourself a nice dress watch or something, a nice Chopard or something. So my name is Big E. That's the Watch Once Over. Thank everybody for watching. I love you guys, and God bless.